Shabbat Shalom and greetings to you all. Well, it's that time of the year again. When the Great White North and the U.S. of A., the great experiment in democracy, both celebrate their birthdays. Birthdays come, birthdays go. There's just one thing you ought to know. You'll always have a special place in my heart. Yes, you will, and it's been there from the start. Yes, it has been there from the start, whether you're Canadian or American. When you think of those two great friends, they each hold a special place in the hearts, not just of their own citizens, but in the hearts of people throughout the world. They stand as the city on the hill of progress, of growth, of free exchange. Both have been great celebrations of freedom, a true inalienable right which was handed to man when Moses led the people from the house of slavery in Egypt, but which every once in a while we see slipping away. Precious time slipping away, but you're only king for a day. It doesn't matter to which God you pray. Precious time is slipping away. And the one thing you cannot replace, my friends, is time. It's the great currency of life. And it is the one thing you just never want to let it slip away. It's a magic potion. It helps us, it heals us. And as we strive for this healing, we come together as a like-minded group, the collective consciousness of seekers showing faith. Any and all faith, love any and all love, a true chavur of fellowship. When we can come together with our own views of life, expressing our own nature of kindness, compassion, thoughts, feelings, hopes, dreams, and wishes, because it unites us all in this community house of spirit, Beth Ruach, sharing and bringing light, keeping fear at bay. And even though together, we are each individual in our approach, each connecting in his or her or their own way. So once again, please do go ahead and invite everybody, physically, digitally, psychically, emotionally, spiritually, whichever way you want, to gather and share from Psalm 133, the Hine Matov. Come together. Hine Matov. Shevet Achim Gam Yah. Hine Matov. Umanai. Shevet Achim Gam Yah. How good and pleasant it is for brothers and sisters together. Community. 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 Together. Because we support each other in this community, my friends. So let's all spread love, goodwill, and fellowship to the world. Remember, this is you're setting aside a little bit of sacred time in your own sacred space to honor and converse with whatever you happen to believe in, because we all believe in something. It's a part of your kavanah. It's your intention that you put out to the universe. It's your goodwill. Goodwill and intention are the roots of what you can control, of what you can correct. Your intention sets in motion everything that occurs in your lives. So let's take some time now. Let's use that intention, send some of that goodwill, some light, some healing energy, some renewal out to whoever that needs it. It's for everybody. It just floats through space, finding those in need. So send it out. For those for the souls and spirits of everybody you love. So think of whoever that needs healing and renewal and love, or just plain goodwill. Focus on them. Call their names. It's not just for people. It's for our pets. It's for the earth. It is the healing of the world, the tikkun olam. It's part of our spiritual genetic makeup. We do have to help heal the world. It's not something we complete. It's an ongoing task. We deal with it in a lifetime. Every lifetime. We must each do our part. We must each do what we can to improve and change our own little corner of the world. Because when we change ourselves, we change the conditions of our lives. And a part of that healing of the world is when we send thoughts and energy for health and renewal and goodwill for everybody. They don't have to be sick. It's for those in our hearts and our minds. So let's all send energy for the people in need everywhere. Special thoughts and prayers for those undergoing surgery or special care. We pray for those who need prayer. We don't have to know them, but we want health, recovery, and good life for everybody around us. For Tracy, and Aurelia, and Joey. For Paul, for Luke, for Kay and Doria, for Robin and Peter, for William, for Dave and Mookie, for Ryan. Bill and James, for all those in need. Let's not forget to include the familiars of our lives, all of our sacred animal friends everywhere, for everybody you know in need, for the whole world, for Rosemary. Friends, it is the kindness, the healing wishes, the goodwill and love we all send out. It just circles the world finding those in need. So thank you, each of you, for all you do, for all you care, because the world's a world of spirit. Spirit, my friends, never dies. Shabbat. Avotenu Korach Limotenu. May the source of strength bless the ones before us. Help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing. The renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say, Amen. Yishmerach, let us all have our spirits renewed. This is the great prayer for healing. We call upon God to heal as He's healed before. Me, Sheberach, may He who blessed. Because all healing is a blessing. So let's all send and receive healing and renewal energy in our efforts to love, to share, to care, to grow. Now we're going to read about the first public revolt among the people this week when we read Korach. It's the story of a cousin of Moses. It's a story that contains magic and solidification of position. It's the first real threat of insurrection, but it wasn't actually a fight because it was different. It was a fight for rights for all. It's a story of two rebellions that kind of get merged into one. One was religious, one was political, but both were in the service of the people, trying to stop an elite group from keeping permanent control, which kind of got a bad rap from the Edward G. Robinson portrayal in the Ten Commandments, where they kind of put the two together. These were rebellions to fight for the right for everyone. It wasn't even to stop the power grabbing by a select group of elites, but it was to ensure that everyone everywhere had the same opportunity. And doesn't the law keep telling us we're the same? The same rules apply for all. Are we just reliving history? As the philosopher George Santayana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. The Exodus from Egypt was the first mass revolt against fear. There's something happening here, and fear once again is becoming the dominant feeling. There's battle lines being drawn. Nobody's right if everybody's wrong. Young people speaking their minds, getting so much resistance from behind. I think it's time we stop. Hey, what's that saying? Everybody look what's going down. But you don't have to look far to see what looks like open rebellion everywhere. Some people don't like some things and they want to see a change. We all want to see change in our lives. Progress to a more harmonious life. Has anything changed in 3,500 years? It's been going on forever. This is simply an early indication of rebellion and change. But what sometimes is confusing for people is in this reading, there are two rebellions taking place. One against the political structure and the rebellion against the power of Moses, and one against the religious structure, which is against Aaron and the priesthood. And we see great tests take place. We see this miracle of the staff and what it comes to represent, like the Christmas staff in Glastonbury. But of course, Aaron's rod and the Glastonbury thorn are believed to be from the exact same type of tree, which was used to make the crown of thorns for Jesus. It's one of those great stories that perpetuates the tale of the Holy Grail. And if you ever get a chance, get over to England and take a look at the thorn. So let's look at our rebellion. Moses' cousin, remember I said it was about his cousin, Korach. And because he's a cousin, that means he's a Levite, one of the second class of elites. Well, he leads a group of 250 princes and chieftains of the people in confrontation with Moses and Aaron. Numbers 16:3. And they assembled against Moses and against Aaron and said to them, "You have too much. because all of the congregation, all of them, are holy, and God is among them. Why do you raise yourselves up over the Lord's community? Well, he's right. We were told all the people are holy. It's a legitimate complaint. It's not met with explanation as to why. Instead, Moses simply says to him, Numbers 16:5, in the morning the Lord will make known who is his and who is holy, and he will bring him closer to him, and he will bring the one he chooses close to him. Do this. Take incense burners. Korah and all his congregation put fire in them. Set incense on them in front of the Lord tomorrow, and it will be that the man whom God will choose, he will be the holy one. Test is incense burning, which happens to be a major function of the priest. Right? This is the challenge of the priesthood. And going on at the same time is this little challenge of the political leadership led by Dathan, son of Reuben. And that's the Edward G. Robinson guy from the Ten Commandments. Number 16:13. Is it a small thing that you brought us up from a land flowing with milk and honey, meaning Egypt, to kill us in the wilderness, that you lorded over us as well? See, Dathan accuses Moses of being a deceiver. It's kind of a throwback to the Jacob-Laban discussions and the Jacob-Leah discussions. This, my friends, is a battle for leadership, which is to say it is a political battle, which means that this is a battle for power. So there's two different places of confrontation, and two different modes of destruction are going to be, let loose. A consuming fire engulfs the Levites, while the Reubenites under Dathan are swallowed up by the earth. Now, perhaps this odd weaving together of the two rebellions was intended to suggest that political and religious power are inseparable. Puts us against this church versus state thing and the separation. Here it's together. God incinerates the incense burners as he did Nadab and Abihu, who also brought incense and fire. Numbers 16:35. And fire had gone out from the Lord and consumed the 250 people offering the incense. At the same time, God opens the ground to swallow Dathan's followers, not an earthquake. The ground literally opens, swallows the offenders, and shuts again, as if they never existed. Numbers 16:32. And the earth opened its mouth and swallowed them and their households, and all the people who were with Korah and all the property. They all went down. They and all they had alive to Sheol, and the earth covered them. They perished from among the community. God directs the winning hand to cement power. It's not about fairness. And then another test is proposed. Each tribal leader will bring forth their staff. The one whose staff grows flowers, he'll win. It's a great story, my friends. Yes, the world is sacred. So is everything in it. Express your gratitude, light a candle, make a wish, celebrate your life and the lives of those you love. Share your feelings with them. Live free, be free, and honor your freedom. Be well, be happy, and be blessed. And realize these battles for control have been going on for thousands of years. But we can take time now to share and honor the light. All who live in the light and continue to shine. Continue to send everybody you know goodwill and love. Pray for peace and freedom for everybody. An end to terror and hatred. Remember, friends, we are a community. We learn together, we celebrate each other, we love each other. We share this ride together, men and women equally. Let's all send out love, not fear. Send out peace, harmony, goodwill, and healing to all who need it. And please do. Learn to forgive and learn to love. Open your hearts. Honor the relationships of your life. Tell those you love that you love them. Take advantage of the time you have and enjoy the journey, because we take twists and turns in the patterns that weave through the fabric of our lives in our efforts to grow, to learn, to be, to love. So please do love. Now bless you all. Have a fantastic week, a week of love and light, a week of peace, a week of miracles. Examine your intentions. Use them to imprint your will on the universe, because we set in motion everything that happens in our lives. It's our intention, our Kavanaugh, our cause, our effect. Everything's linked. As I said, you always have time to forgive and to be forgiven, because you have the knowledge of what's good and bad. So acknowledge what you've done wrong to yourself, to God, and to any person you've wronged. Ask forgiveness, but do so with sincerity, accountability, and vulnerability. Forgive those who've hurt you. You learn to be forgiving and compassionate, because the secret of forgiveness, compassion, and peace is in acceptance. Can you accept yourself, other people in the world, just as they are? Can you accept life as it is without trying to control it? Because if you do, you can experience the peace that acceptance brings. So do not stop your journey. Do not stop moving towards your promised land. It is your home. Keep on dreaming, keep on being, keep sharing, keep shining, keep teaching, keep spreading joy and goodwill. Do not follow fear, follow love. It's always in front of you. And remember to have faith, because it's an unwavering adherence to principle. Just as I have faith in the principle of love and of all of you. Act with purity of heart. Despise none, defraud none, hate none. Cherish all. Honor every child of God, every creature of the earth. May all people know peace in this year, and may you nurture kindness and love everywhere you go. Work to be present in the body. Expand your heart, quiet your mind, because your deepest source of real power, my friends, lies in your consciousness and your ability to be mindful, to be aware, to be present in all of life's circumstances. Make the most of your time in this life. Continue to touch and transform lives around you, because you're never alone. You're forever blessed and have the ability to bring those blessings to everybody you meet. Health, love, and renewal to everyone you come across. We're all energy. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Your words are your power to transform, to love, to bless. So be generous with them. Bless others and bless yourself. Love with the heart, because we're all part of a greater whole. Embrace love, not fear, forgiveness, not anger, and be there for someone, because someone will always be there for you, whether you know it or not. And most of the time we don't. And continue to explore faith and belief. Never accept shame as a natural state, because whatever you feel, others have felt. Whatever you've experienced, others have too. We share together, we learn together, and we help each other, because we're each of us trying to find love and acceptance and support. We all have or could have a special someone in our lives. So find them. Tell them what they mean. Remember to honor the words of God. Great epiphany, the rules for life and living. Today, we read about people who made it to their destination and walked away from it due to fear, because we're all on our own journey to our promised land. On the way, we have to keep forgiving those we need to forgive, and we have to keep asking forgiveness from those we need to ask forgiveness of. And we need to continue to fight for the changes that we need in life, but always from a positive perspective. As we saw, this struggle for freedom and independence and rights has been going on forever. You say you want a revolution. Well, you know, we all want to change the world. You tell me that it's evolution. Well, you know, we all want to change the world. But when you talk about destruction, don't you know that you can count me out? Destruction's not a solution, my friends. It never was. It never will be. Well, thank you for joining me. Have a great week. Enjoy the 1st and 4th of July. Keep exercising forgiveness. Be thankful, be gracious, be kind, be loving. Believe in yourself and in love. Continue to spread a little goodwill to the world. And never forget, you are the miracle in someone else's life. Shabbat shalom and blessings to you all. Take care. Bye.